Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a good looking puzzle in front of us. Now this one is called RenBanic Arrows, and I think that's just really a point to the fact that we have Renbans and arrows and that they're overlapping here. So it's by RedBarchetta. Let's look at the rules, see what's going on, because again, I think it's just arrows and Renbans, but we've got normal Sudoku / variant. So every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. Fair enough. We've got arrows, so digits on an arrow sum the digit in the bulb of the arrow. So these two digits, whatever they are, will add to this. These two add to this, so on and so forth. Then we have Renban lines, so digits on purple lines are a set of consecutive digits in any order. So these three digits will be some consecutive set. They don't have to be any particular order. And then it says not all, excuse me, RenBanic arrows are necessarily given, okay? I guess that might be important at some point. It just means that there's nothing to say that these couldn't be consecutive, even though there's no Renban on them. So I guess that's what that is saying. So anyway, those are the rules. Let's take a dive into this thing, see if we can figure it out. And because I think there's going to be some really interesting groupings and distributions, if you will, of these Renbans and arrows and how they work together. So links in the description below. Let's get at this thing, see if we can figure it out. Let's not forget to have a lot of fun as well. So the first thing I did notice is all of these guys really, because, well, normally if you think about arrow, 3 separate digits, they could go to 6, 7, 8, or 9 in these bulbs. But because of the fact that we're also adding the concept that they are Renbans, there's actually only 2 ways we can make these work. 1, 2, 3, which would add to 6, or 2, 3, 4, which add to 9. So both of these are either 6s or 9s. And I guess it makes sense actually to write the... What? Hold on. There we go. Mouse is going crazy. Back to what I was saying. These guys here, geez, I think it makes sense to put the digits in here because they are from 1, 2, 3, or 4. And we know that there will always be a 2 and a 3 in both of these. So there is a little bit of a restriction there. Now, what does that actually tell us, though? Because I don't think we can rule out all of these being 1, 2, 3s, and 6s. That seems a little bit too much of a stretch. I don't know that we can say too much about this guy just yet, because while this is a Renban on an arrow, it's a 2-cell arrow, and the Renban extends beyond it. Now, is it possible for this... Could this ever be a 1, 2, 3? I don't think it can it? No, it can't. Duh. Put it out on paper, it makes complete sense. This can't be a 1, 2, 3 Renban because you would have to put a 1 in both of these. Well, what if it was 2, 3, 4? You'd have to put a 4 in both of these. 3, 4, 5 could probably work. And then 4, 5, 6 would also work. Okay. So I don't know if that really actually helped us any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it didn't quite. Okay, that was an interesting little thing to look down. We might just need a little bit more information before this becomes sorted. Because 3, 4, 5 here could leave a 3, 4 to get you to 7. It could leave a 4, 5 to get to 9. 4, 5, 6 would get you to 9. So I guess technically we can say this is either 7 or 9. I guess it could also be 8. Yeah, it could be 7, 8, or 9. Because this could be 3 and 5, and this would be the 4. So that still is all consecutive, but we're picking and choosing which ones go on to there. Anyway, this isn't helping us. Let's think somewhere else. What about this guy? Actually, I didn't really even notice that. This Renban extends into the circle. So essentially what we have is we have 2 digits on the arrow, and then another digit that has to be consecutive with those two, that those two can add up to. Does that just have to be 1, 2, 3? Yeah, it does, because how would you make anything else work? 2, 3, 4 doesn't work, because you can't make either, you can't make 2 of those digits add to the other one. Yeah, this is a 1, 2, 3, which means this is 1, 2, and this is 3. I guess that removes 3, well, from all of these. No, come on now, get on the right page here. And then these can't be 3s there. Okay. Okay, where does that take us then? This has to be a 1, 2 pair as well, because there's only one way to make 3 in 2 digits and you can't repeat a digit because you can't do 1 1/2 and 1 1/2 or something like that. Well, does that do anything to this guy now? Because the minimum digit on this right here is 4, because we've used 1, 2, and 3. The same goes for here, actually. These are going to be 2 different digits because they're on a Renban. So this can't be 1 or a 2 because both of these see this. It also can't be 3, so the minimum here is 4. This is 8 or 9. These actually just end up being either a 4, 4 or a 4, 5. Okay. What does that actually do for us? Good question. I don't know. What can we say about these? 1, 2, 4, 5. We don't have, it hasn't created any trips or quads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, not even a quintuple there. Is there any further reduction on these guys? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this actually is a sextuple, if you will, because it has every digit from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that is very helpful. That forces a 6 onto this thing, and these actually will be 7s, 8s, and 9s. I'll put that in for the moment. One of these will be a 7 because that. But anywho, the point is there is a 6 on this guy. Therefore, this is 6, 5, 4. If it's 6, 5, 4, these have to be the 4, 5, and this has to be 9. Good. Let's put that in. Now we get a 4. Oh, perfect. We get a 4, 5 pair. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 6. Good. Now we can get rid of these digits here. We don't really need them anymore. What does that do though? 1, 2, 3, and oh. Okay, because these are now 1s, 2s, and 3s, where do 1, 2, and 3 go in this region? Yeah, that's right. Because they're looking in here. These are a 1, 2, 3 triple. Now that doesn't actually correlate to anything. Except for the fact that one of these is a 9. But what does that actually do? I don't know. Now, I don't think... Yeah, these don't really do too much around these other edges, because we don't know what this is. So we're not saying that 1s, 2s, and 3s have to go in these 3. What about this? Okay, the bare minimum this can be is a 4, because this is 1, 2, and 3. Now the most it can be is 5, because to be able to make this work, we'd have to do 5, 4. You can't ever go up to a 6, because that would force an 11. So this could be 3, 4, or 5, right? So we're looking at either 3, 4, which is 7, or 4, 5, which is 9. Oh, we just put a 9 here. Yeah, that's right. Oh, this is 7. So this has to be 3, 4. So this is 3, this is 4. This isn't 4 anymore. These are not 3s anymore, so this is... Is that doing anything for us? One of these is a... Oh, there we go. 3s. One of these two here is a 3. This is a 3. None of these are 3s. One of these is a 3. Well, one of these is a 3 also. This is 3. This is a 3. Okay, we're going around the board now. If this is a 3, this is actually a 6. That doesn't really say much to us, but can we continue with the 3s? We already know one of those two is. We know one of those two, one of those two, one of those two is. So no, we're pretty much at the point now where the 3s are sort of taken. Do the 6s do anything? Well, I guess one of these is. What use that is, who the heck knows? One of these is a 6. Now, this being a 7, does that actually inform us about anything? Maybe, because this can't be a 1, because you'd have to put a 6 here. It can't be 2 or 3, because they're here. So 4 doesn't work, because this would be a 3. That one and that one, not 4. 5 or 6 are the only two options. Obviously, we can't go to a 7. So this is 1 or 2. Well, that's a 1-2 pair. Doesn't really help us, though, does it? Well... Oh, we've got a 6 just sitting right here, first off. And one of these two is a 6. We have an X-wing on 6s. This is not 6. This is 9. These are 2, 3, 4s. Let's get rid of this stuff. Now, does that do anything for us? Get a 1, 2, 3. Well, that's the only one I think we get. Oh well. Do these 2, 3s and 4s do anything for us? What I'm trying to get at. Yes. These are 2 and 4. 2 and 4, not 8. It doesn't really say anything, though. It puts a 4 in one of these two. What else do we have? Can't do much there that I can see. Well, this 7, 8, 9 says this is 7, 8, or 9 as well. That's not really doing much for us, though, is it? So we're good with the 3s. I think we've gone as far as we can with 4s, really. Right? Oh, no, actually, we can go further. That can't... This is a 4-6 pair. Which forces this to be 5, 8, 9. This one not being a 9. That forces these to be 4, 7. Yes, we can do that. This is 7, this is 4, thank you. This is now 4 and 5 and 4. We still don't know if this is a 4 or 5 to get that, though. This is not a 4. These two digits are what? 5, 6, and 8. 6 can't go here. This is 6. This is 5 or 8. 5, 8. Come on. We still got... This is not 5. Anything else in here we can work with? 3s, 2s. 2s. This is a 2. 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 6, 4, 6, 2 and 4. Okay. What about here? That doesn't quite add up. These are going to be 5, 8s, and 9s. That doesn't really tell us a ton. Is there anything about these three, maybe? They are 5, 8, and 7. Okay, that we can actually use that, because this has to be a 5. Therefore, these are an 8, 7 pair. This 4 says this isn't a 4, by the way. And this is not a 1. This is not a 2. This is not a 2. I don't know if any of that's actually helping us, but... Oh, it does, actually. Let's look over here. This is 3. This is not... Maybe we just need to be jumping into Sudoku here. Let's stop kind of pussyfooting around here and see if we can... This is not 2. This is not 1. This one here is the 1, 2. One of these is a 1. Okay. One of those two is... Oh, wait, here. Looking up here. None of these can be 1s, so this is... That forces 2, 3, 1. That 3 gives us 2, 4, 3. That 4 gives us 5. This is 9. 9, thank you. Good. These are not 9s. Ooh, not 9s. I have to be on the right thing. This then is... Which means this is... Okay. Did these guys... Yeah, the 3 says this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Okay, we're getting somewheres. What now? Let's probably just go back to our Sudoku, because I think we are really quite well into this. We might have... Well, 2s are just done. 3s are just done. 4s are going to be done. This one is a 4. That's all of them. What about those 5s then? One of those 2, which means this one is. A bunch of those could be... Oh, this one is a 5. 5, 8, 5. Did that do anything further? I think we just have an X-Wing. Yeah, we have X-Wings. Oh, we actually don't, because we know one of these two is a 5, but this one can't be because of the 7, 8. So this is 5, which then pushes 5 here. So 5s are done. This 6 actually says this one is 6. Let's see if those 6s now can finalize. I think they just did. Good. 7s. One of those 2. What are these? 7 and 8? Yeah, we can use that. This is 7, 8. Therefore, we have a 7, 8 pair. This is a given 9. Let's jump into those 9s. Yep, we can continue those. This one here. And this one. So this is not a 9. This is a 7, 8 pair. This is 7, 8, which is going to give us this as a 1. Now is the 1. I think the 1s are finished now. Yeah, that's 1. Good. Let's finalize these last couple of things here. These are 7s and 8s. That's to be expected. I think everything is 7s and 8s now, right? Yes, and this here will collapse all of that. 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, and all around we go. There we go. Doesn't include, I'll create a new link. Let's just do that now. There we go. So 165 solves in 11 days. It's not a ton of solves, but certainly a decent amount. That was a really fun puzzle. I really did enjoy the interaction of these two, the arrows and the Renbans. And there was enough information in here to not without too much struggle, really see how things work and where things need to go. So really fun puzzle. I really enjoyed that one. I hope we get to find some more puzzles that use different variants, but then combine them together in a similar situation like this. I mean, I know there's tons of puzzles out there that have combinations of variants, but in kind of interesting ways where we don't normally think about them that way. Like I don't think I've ever seen a Renban arrow puzzle where the Renban and the arrows were like fully overlapping like this. So really cool. Really enjoyed that. And I hope you all did as well. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, join, all that kind of good stuff. It's all down there if you want to do that to help out this channel. And I appreciate every single one of you who does anything. Even just watching the videos is a huge blessing to me. So thank you very much. Anyway, enough babbling. Hope you all enjoyed that one. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.